Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review and wear test on this new Morphe Filter Effect Soft Radiance Concealer. So I actually went to Ulta yesterday to pick up some things and I happened to run into this. I didn't even know it was at Ulta. So I was shocked to see it and I was like, let me go ahead, pick this up and review it immediately. So we're gonna be getting into this concealer today and seeing how this performs on the under eyes and whether I would recommend it or not. So keep watching. Okay, so I picked up this concealer from Ulta. You can also find it on Morphe's website. This does retail for $12. So this is supposed to be a concealer that brightens, conceals, and sculpts a full range of skin tones with high-performing hyaluronic acid and pomegranate seed extract. The benefits are that it hydrates, it nourishes, it's sweat-proof, it's transfer-resistant and water-resistant, it's long-wearing, it's great for all skin types. And the key ingredients are the pomegranate seed extract and hydrating hyaluronic acid for a soft, healthy looking radiance that will have your complexion looking and feeling so good. It's formulated without oils, fragrances, and parabens. I am actually really excited for this because I know you guys always hear me talk about how dry my under eyes can get. So because this does have that soft radiance effect, it contains the hyaluronic acid and the pomegranate extract, which helps add that needed hydration and radiance. I'm excited to see how it's gonna perform. So I picked this up in the shade Medium 12 Neutral, and I'm going to be putting this on my under eyes and seeing how this does. I already applied foundation. I used the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue foundation. This has been my go-to. I'm literally obsessed with this foundation. This foundation is in the shade 120 Light Medium, and it's literally my perfect match. So that makes me even happier with it. I feel like it gives me such a gorgeous finish. It gives me a little bit of radiance, but it stays on the face looking gorgeous all day. So I'm gonna be doing one side with the sponge and the other side with my little brush to see kind of how it performs. Okay, so it's just very standard with a doe foot applicator. I like this shade. It feels very, very lightweight, creamy. It is very pigmented, which is a plus. So I'm gonna take my sponge. I'm just using my Araceli Beauty Bella sponge. And I'm gonna begin blending. Ooh, I like the fact that it blends immediately out because it's such a lightweight consistency. I also like the fact that this shade isn't too light. It's like the perfect highlight effect where it still looks natural if I don't want it to look too highlighted. It's not looking dry, it's not clinging onto certain areas on the under eyes, which some concealers tend to do on me. So now, as always, I have to go in and set. So I'm gonna be using this e.l.f. powder. If I don't set, I will have problems. That's just a must for me. Been really enjoying this e.l.f. powder because it's like the perfect shade for my under eyes. This one is in the shade Medium and it's the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. It's so lightweight and it works really well with my products. So we just kind of let that sit there a few seconds. I don't like to leave it on for too long. I think the reason why this powder specifically works really well with my under eyes is because they are dry under eyes, but this is like a hydrating powder, so it does a good job of just kind of locking everything in. And I just dust that away, and we are good to go. So that did a really good job. I think because the product is so lightweight, product I mean as in this concealer, it's super easy to have everything locked into place, blended out really nicely. You can see the difference between having the concealer on and not having anything on. It definitely covered what it needed to cover. It has great pigmentation, but it's not too heavy. And I think that's really important with concealer, especially if you are wearing a more full coverage foundation. The last thing you want is a really full coverage heavy foundation and then a super full coverage heavy concealer. Also, I find that sometimes when a concealer is too thick, it tends to like blend out really slowly and just not work the best. So I appreciate when something's super lightweight and easy to blend. I'm gonna go in on this side and I'm just gonna do my usual. For blending, I'm gonna be using one of my favorite little brushes. This is my Expert Concealer Brush by Real Techniques, the 210. And it's like a mini version of the 200 brush that I've been using non-stop lately for my concealer. Not for my concealer, for my foundation, this one. So it's like a mini version of this. This is the foundation, this is the concealer. It works really well, and I feel like it really adds more pigmentation. I feel like sometimes when I use a concealer brush, it can just add that pigmentation. So this is kind of the starting base to kind of set the foundation of the concealer. And then I like to go in with the sponge and further blend everything out and just kind of lock everything to place. So this eye is my more dry eye lately. So you guys can see here, you can kind of see a little bit of that dryness. It's not the concealer, it's just, that's how my under eyes are. With whatever concealer I use, I will have that. So I just kind of have to make sure that I later go in and blend it with a sponge. Because the sponge is damp, it really allows to kind of absorb any extra concealer that we may have gone in with. I really like this concealer so far. I feel like it did a beautiful job. The color is perfection. It's not too brightening, but it's not too close to the color of my foundation. I like a concealer that adds dimension to the foundation that isn't necessarily the same exact shade. If you are somebody that's just gonna be using concealer, you're not gonna be using any type of foundation to work with the concealer, then you can go in with a concealer that's the shade of your complexion. Whether you want to like spot conceal or conceal the under eyes and you prefer that, then you can totally do that. It's totally up to you. That's what I love about makeup, is that it's so customizable, so you really have full control. But wow, even with the powder, it did so well. And like I said, I'm one of those people that I have to have powder. If I don't, these little lines right here will separate. I've always had those, and I know that as I get older, they're only gonna get more intense, but you just kind of have to do things that work with your specific eye needs, and it should all be a-okay. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna finish off the rest of my face, and then I'm gonna come back and give you guys my very first thoughts, impressions, let you guys know if there's anything that isn't looking the best. And then we can go ahead and start our word test, because I'm really curious to see about this Morphe concealer. So far, I really like it. Just first impressions, I'm like, okay, this is definitely something that I feel like may work for me. So keep watching. Okay guys, so I finished my entire face of makeup, and now I am ready to give you guys my first initial thoughts on the new Morphe Filter Effect Soft Radiance Concealer. I have to say, I really like how this concealer looks. It still looks so nice and smooth even after I took some time to do my makeup. Right now it is 9:30 a.m. and I really took my time this morning because I was also watching some Netflix. But I mean, this looks so pretty. I really like it. It feels extremely lightweight. It feels really nice on the under eyes. You can see how they look pretty smooth. And for me, this is really good because, like I said, typically I'm somebody that can crease very easily, / I have a severe dryness on my under eyes. And this concealer is just working like magic on the under eye. So I'm really excited to see how it's gonna do for the entire day. I will also show you guys my in natural lighting clip so that you guys can see how this looks super up close with natural lighting. But so far, so good. So that definitely makes me happy. I'm excited. And for $12, you really can't top that price. I feel like a lot of drugstore products are just so much better, in my opinion, than a lot of high-end products nowadays. Like, they're just competing very heavily with them. So I really like how this is looking. What I'm gonna go ahead and do now is carry on with the rest of my day, and I will come back later to give you guys my final thoughts on this new Morphe concealer. So stay tuned to see that because you won't want to miss it. Hey guys, so I am back right now. It is 4:30 p.m. and I'm ready to give you guys my final thoughts on the Morphe concealer that we have right here. So I've been wearing it for the entire day. This is what it's looking like. It did kind of separate a little bit on this side, but that's because I do have a lot of dryness right here. Everywhere else it looks really smooth. On this side, it's perfection. Like you guys can see, it looks really nice and good. I would say is that if you do have dry under eyes like I do, I would make sure that I really do a good job of hydrating the under eye so that you don't have any dryness right here. Something that I like to use is my Benefit Cosmetics eye cream. It's potent eye cream. This is super hydrating. I also use an eye serum underneath of it because, like I said, I need that extra hydration. So for that, I like to use the L'Oreal Revitalift 2.5 hyaluronic acid serum, and I really love this. I feel like that makes a difference. Something I will say is I've been seeing a lot about the Makeup Revolution under eye primer, so I just placed an order and I will be reviewing that on my channel, letting you guys know how it works for me. But I feel like overall, I really like this consistency. I really like the formula. You guys saw the In Natural Lighting clip. My under eyes look super smooth. They look so good. This is definitely something that I look forward to continue using. I'll keep you guys updated on how this does and how I'm liking it as the days go by. But first impressions, I do like it and I would recommend it if you're looking for something super lightweight, great coverage, just beautiful, and something hydrating. So those are all my thoughts. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you guys have checked out this product, let me know your thoughts down below. Also, don't forget to give us a big thumbs up if you do enjoy watching my reviews. That really helps me out and lets me know to continue doing these type of videos for you guys. I think that's all I have. So hopefully you guys have a fabulous day. Don't forget to stay safe, stay blessed, and stay beautiful. And obviously you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye guys.